everyone, it's JG here with Earth 5D University, back for another teaching. How are you doing today, guys? I'm so glad you're here. Wow, what a crazy time on Earth, right? What a crazy energy going on the planet. So much change. So some of you might know me from my tarot channel. I'm JG. I'm here to help you expand your fifth dimensional, higher vibrational reality. So it is my job on Earth to help bring in these kind of higher frequencies right here into our everyday lives, into my everyday life, into your everyday life. So we're not talking about, energy that's so far away and so distant. We're talking about bringing this practical energy right here into our daily lives so that this energy becomes part of our current reality. So it's not like we keep 5D energy somewhere over here. Like, oh, I'll talk about 5D energy when I go turn on Earth 5D or Earth 5D University. Or I'll talk about higher dimensional energy when I'm with my girlfriends or with my close friends, my guy friends, or with my spiritual people. This is about taking your energy and this higher frequency and allowing it to exist in every area of your life, your relationships, your career, okay? So us humans like to segment energy. We like to compartmentalize our lives. This is truly about integration. All right, guys? So let's get into it. The topic today is, what are my 5D spiritual gifts? Who am I and why am I here? Why did I choose to come to Earth right now at this moment? Why did I do that? Right? It's extremely in certain times on the Earth. I mean, it's become very evident. Right, guys? It's evident that it is crazy times out there. However, it really doesn't matter what's happening out there, does it? Because everything happens in here. And I wanted to talk a lot about that today, again, because I'm always trying to pull you guys back into who you are inside of yourself, because that is all that really matters, guys. You are constantly projecting your reality onto creation itself. So it's not correct to think that this is happening to you. That's missing a lot of information. So it does seem like it, doesn't it? Like, it seems like everything around us is just happening to us. But it's extremely important to realize, even with the law of attraction, the problem with the law of attraction is not the law of attraction itself, because that just is. It's just it's a physics principle. But the problem with only focusing on the law of attraction is that it puts the power out here to some magnetic force. Oh, there's some magnetic force outside of me, and somehow I'm manipulating that to then pull it to me, right? But what's actually happening is that you are the command center for this energy. And that's why you're here. You're here as a creator being. You're here to create reality, my friends. And so you can see collectively, we've created a lot of crazy, crazy stuff on Earth, right? And we happen to be part of that right now. And so we just have to kind of accept that, and then take our part in that, right? Take our part in that and ask yourself, why am I here? How can I use my spiritual gifts to create the reality that I want on this Earth? Because everything's getting redone on this Earth. Everything's getting redone. And so right now it's like when you rearrange your garage or your closet and you take everything out, and it's like completely crazy, right? When you're really reorganizing something, it gets super messy, doesn't it? And all the boxes are everywhere, and the old shoes, and it's dusty, and there's old things on the floor that are crumpled up in the balls in the corners of the room, in the closet, and it's like, just the metaphor of the closet is, it's like you're unearthing so much stuff, so much energy. So not only is the planet unearthing so much energy right now, but it's also causing all this kind of crazy energy, right? So what is your part in that, friends? What is your part in that? Your part is to remember that you're here to create reality. That's your part in it, is how you're projecting what you want and your vision of your life onto the Earth. And that is your number one 5D spiritual gift that we've forgotten about, is that you create what's out there. And I'll give you some examples, very practical examples. So everything, since you are a portal of energy, literally, since you are physically a gateway of energy, you have been given the abilities on earth to create life out here into reality, creator beings on earth. So you have the gift to create reality out here. So one way that you can experiment with this, and I highly encourage you to come from this place every day, wake up in the morning. I am a creator being. I am creating my reality. What kind of reality do I want to create today, right? And we start with gratitude for what we already have. And that puts us in this higher frequency of like, okay, I love what I already have. I'm grateful for what I already have. Even if it's only partially what you really want to manifest on this earth. You know, we could be grateful for such simple things like my cat or my bed, so cozy, or, you know, just such basic things, but those are things that are special, you know? I'm not saying this in a fruity way. It's the little things, right? So we wake up with gratitude. We wake up and say, thank you, universe, for everything that's here that I have. Thank you for my voice. Thank you for my hands. Thank you for my brain. Thank you for my ability to think. Thank you for my friends. Thank you for me, I say, for my YouTube platform. Thank you for my job. Thank you for helping me bring higher consciousness through. Thank you for teaching me who I am, Spirit. Okay, guys? And then you come back inside of yourself and you remember, oh yeah, you remember. It's a remembrance that you are creating your outer world. You are the manufacturer, you could say, of your outer world. And so that's what Neville Goddard meant by everything is you pushed out. So play with this idea. So the way I use this is like, for instance, I want to be in control of areas of my life, right? Because if I'm not in control of it, then something else is. And so there are magnetic forces around us that are pushing on us. You know what? This is my kids. This is my little girl's writing. She's learning to write. So this probably looks like hieroglyphs, but to her it means something, guys. So I'm gonna erase this. I'm just gonna do a little diagram. I'm just gonna show you real quick. Let's just get into it. Get right into the teaching. So this is you, right? And you have thoughts and beliefs that you're constantly projecting into your outer world. And then there's this whole world around you just constantly projecting beliefs onto you. And this is what we're interested in, is who's got the authority over your life. Are you disenfranchising yourself by not knowing how you feel and what you want to create, or not even remembering that you are a creator being? So remember, you are a creator being. You are able to, by focusing on what you want and applying that energy, frequency, and vibration onto what you want, you will create experiences in your life. So we have become so accustomed to giving our power away to this out here, these external forces that are magnetic. They're pushing on you. You know, it's like they're pushing on you, and they're not always benevolent energies. Certainly there's good always wins, right? And certainly the benevolent forces are here, especially when we ask for them, right? Ask for help with your creations. Ask your light family to help you. And that's part of your projection, is knowing what you want, knowing who you are, and casting that far out into creation. So this way, all the forces that are coming at you, you just put them at bay. No, thank you. You're kind of like taking, because you can wake up in the morning, right, and life just starts coming, right? It just starts coming at you. It's the email, it's the phone call, it's mom, it's I don't want to go to school, you know, because I'm a mom, right? So I have a lot of that happening. And, or I just wake up and I'm freaking tired or whatever, or I'm just not feeling quite straight. Sometimes we get, I call it sideways. Our energy's like sideways instead of like uber focused. coming close. So think about that. When life starts coming at you, whoa, right? Put up that whoa. These are your spiritual gifts. You forgot you had them, you know? So for instance, on YouTube, let's say I wake up in the morning and I'm going through my email, oh, fun clients, making appointments, stuff. And then I look and I see like there's a comment on YouTube, like someone just says something ridiculous or just absurd, you know, or so negative, and I have the opportunity to do something about that, right? That comment could come straight at me and like come over me, or I could be like, no, thank you, not today, not today. And you could do that with the news. You can do that, you know, what are you letting come at you, and what do you need to keep at bay? And so what you do, so you don't always have to be in the defense, right? Because we can practice this and we become really, really good. We become huge generators of our reality, and we're just like casting what we want here, casting what we want there. We're just walking forward, projecting what we want everywhere. And that's when we're sovereign, right? That's when we take our power back. That's when we're creating our reality. But if we're not doing that, then whoa, you're gonna get hit, you're gonna get tossed in an ocean of other people's beliefs. So I know that this is really like, this drawing is really abstract, but you really do cast out energy, and then there's energy that's looking to get inside of you that's not always for your benefit. And so you want to take authority over that by saying, not today. I'm the powerful creator of my reality. And this is your magic, you guys. This is the thing that you might have forgotten. This is your biggest spiritual gift. You are the generator of creation. So I know that there's skeptics out there, and I know there's people that are like, well, what about this is happening to me? What about the government? What about elections? And what about this and that? I didn't create that. Okay, we can have that conversation about what's going on out here. We've been doing that for thousands of years, but isn't it more beneficial to just start with yourself to create something that you actually want out there? So we could have, you know, I could spend hours and hours and hours talking about why this is happening out there, but it's not as beneficial as helping you understand how to change what's out here and how to take your power back. And so that's my gift, all right, is to help you to take that back and say, well, okay, things are like they are. All right, that is what it is, right? So what we resist persists. So we notice what's out there, all right, and we say, I don't like this. I'm awake now, right? This is what we call becoming conscious. You're becoming conscious, guys. You're becoming aware of you creating reality. So you wake up, just like Neo out of the Matrix, right? Only you wake up to what's actually a gorgeous place. It's not dark, it's not drab, it's not like eating mush. You wake up and it's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful reality here on earth. It can be, if you tune into it. So how many forces, ask yourself, take an audit. How many forces are upon you right now that are just like bombarding you? How many belief systems are yours right now? And how many belief systems are someone else's kind of like imposing itself on you? So when I get negative comments, or when I feel like the channel's not growing, or when I X, Y, and Z, whatever my doubts, fears are, I take the power back by saying, wait a minute, I don't like where my thought is. I don't like this. So I say to myself, I'm so happy and grateful that I am creating reality, and that I'm so happy and grateful that with spirit, that's inside of me, right? The spirit inside of you, with spirit, I'm co-creating whatever I want with I am statements. I'm so happy and excited that I have the most beautiful people on my channel. I'm so happy and excited that YouTube is constantly promoting my videos. They love my content. Or I'm so excited that the right people find me. I'm so happy and grateful I have all this help from the other side, right? So that's a whole nother topic of conversation, is what's actually happening in here, and how your light, family, and spirit works within you to help you to create reality and to guide you. So that's a deeper It's a deeper spiritual idea, is how we interact with spirit. But the first thing we have to do is kind of like rip ourselves out of this magnetic pull, this force that's like pushing itself onto us. And we're like this, right? We just want to like, whoa, push it back. Imagine you're pushing back the news, you're pushing back the neighbor's point of view, you're pushing back limiting beliefs that your parents told you 35 years ago or whatever, 20 years ago, and you're like, okay, wait a minute. Wow. Shake your body up, like, okay, wait, this is me. I'm the creator. Okay, it's me. Okay, I'm the source of life. I'm the source of this reality. And you take it back. You take your authority back. And then you're like, okay, I'm here in my authority. I'm going to ground this energy on earth. I used to do Tai Chi a lot, a long time ago, but it's still, you want to like plant yourself on the earth. Okay, here I am. What do I want to create? Do an audit of what belief systems are holding you back. And so you might wonder, like, why the hell does Jen care about all this stuff? Like, why does JG care about all this stuff? My name is Jen, obviously. For some of you that don't know me, why do I care about all this? Because as you wake up and begin to create your reality that makes you happy, that satisfies you, that creates and radiates out, and then others have the courage to do that. Others have the courage to go out and walk their walk and do their thing. And so all these people are starting to come out of the matrix and take authority over their life. I have clients that I've worked with for 4 or 5 years that have like completely changed their lives. They've changed their jobs. They've changed where they physically live on earth. Why? Because we're waking them up and saying and working through the energy. So when I work with people one-on-one, I help not only to guide them like this, but and help them remember who they are. But I also help them to clear blocked energy. So once you get inside of yourself, you'll notice, oh, wait a minute. I have a lot of there seems like there's a lot of blocked energy, And so if that happens, there's so many techniques out there just to release energy. Even asking spirit, like, I'm noticing this blocked energy. Can you help me release it? That's it. So you're that powerful. All right, so these are the spiritual gifts that you're creating. You are the gift. You're the gift, okay? You are the gift. So I want to, that's a little overview on the spiritual gift part, all right, guys? And how you're working in this reality and how you can command reality. That's you. That's your magic, okay, guys? You do that just inside of you. That is how you're arranged. That's how you're wired. But because there's been so many opinions put on you and so many energies, you've completely lost touch with that. Many of us have. One other thing too is that we often look to the government, right, and systems to take care of us. And although that has its place and it served its purpose for thousands of years, right? Think about how many rulers and dictators there are, authorities that are telling us who we should be, what we can do, how life should go. You'll be this, you'll be that in this lifetime. You're going to serve me this way, and I'm going to give you this. Like, right? Think about it. If you work for a major company, it's like, you're going to do this for me, and I'm going to give you this much, because this much is what you're worth from the company's point of view, right? Or the government, government, I need your assistance because X, Y, and Z. And the government says, okay, well, you need to do X, Y, and Z, and then I'll do this is what I'll give to you, and this is what you're worth. Does that sound like it makes sense to you? No, right? You are divine. You are worth an infinite, there is no monetary value you can put on yourself, guys. You are infinite creation. There is no monetary value to put on you. So that's why usually this comes down to money, right? We need something, it's money, right? And so that's how external forces control us, control you. So when you take your authority back, you begin to find out, oh wait, maybe I'm also a generator of wealth. Maybe I'm also a generator of love, right? Because we even look, and that was last week's video, we even look outside of ourselves to help us to define what type of love we deserve, what quality of love we deserve. Right? We ask the other person, tell me how much love I deserve, other person. It's kind of crazy, isn't it? So these are all the gifts that are waking up inside of you, and I hope that you're picking up on this vibe. I hope that you're understanding it. All right, guys, so I'm going to leave you with a story. It is a prophecy. I learned of it from a woman named Joanna Macy. She is a beautiful light worker being, right? And she talks about the Shambhala prophecy, rainbow prophecy, the Shambhala, or I've heard it's Shambhala warrior prophecy. And I've been wanting to read it for a long time on the channel, and I just feel like it explains who you are. And I hope you stay tuned to the very end of it, because it really does a great job summarizing why you are here and what you're doing here. Okay, so give me a minute. I'm going to get my iPad here. Actually, I'm going to get my daughter's tablet. So guys, I need my glasses for this to see. So I'm going to put my glasses on, and I'm going to read you this, and it is called the Shambhala Warrior Prophecy. And the one thing to know is it's written from the point of view, because Joanna had a friend she was in the Peace Corps, and she had a friend who was a Buddhist monk in Tibet. And so I guess you call him a Tibetan Buddhist monk, I think. But essentially, he told her this story. Okay, so I'm reading it like from her voice right now. Okay, Joanna Macy. So this is a Tibetan legend, and this is the monk telling her this story. There comes a time when all of life on earth is in danger. Barbarian powers have arisen. Although they waste their wealth in preparations to annihilate each other. They have much in common. Weapons of unfathomable devastation and technologies that lay waste the world. It is now when the future of all beings hang by the frailest of threads that the kingdom of Shambhala emerges. You can't go there, for it's not a place. It exists in the hearts and the minds of the Shambhala warriors. But you can't recognize a Shambhala warrior by sight. For there is no uniform or insignia, there's no logos. There are no banners, and there are no barricades from which to threaten the enemy. There's nothing to hide behind to threaten the enemy. For the Shambhala warriors have no land of their own. Always they move on the terrain of the barbarians themselves. Now comes the time when great courage is required of the Shambhala warriors. Moral and physical courage, for they must go into the very heart of the barbarian power and dismantle the weapons. To remove these weapons in every sense of the word, they must go into the corridors of power where the decisions are made. The Shambhala warriors know they can do this because their weapons are Mano-Maya. Mano-Maya. They are man-made. They are mind-made. Mind, M-I-N-D, made. This is very important to remember, Joanna, says this Tibetan monk. These weapons are made of human mind, so they can be unmade by the human mind. The Shambhala warriors know that the dangers that threaten life on earth do not come from evil deities or extraterrestrial powers. They arise from our own choices and relationships. So now, the Shambhala warriors must go into training. How do they train? I asked, says Joanna. They train in the use of two weapons. The weapons are compassion and insight. Both are necessary. We need this first one, he said, lifting his right hand, because it provides us the fuel. It moves us out to act on behalf of others, other beings. But it by itself, it can burn out as well. So we need the second, which is insight into the dependent co-arising of all things. It lets us see that the battle is not between good people and bad people, for the line between good and evil runs through every human heart. We realize that we are interconnected as in a web, and that each act with pure motivation affects the entire web. I use the word confluence, in a web, right? Bringing consequences we cannot measure or even see. But insight alone, he said, can seem too cool to keep us going. So we need as well the heart of compassion, our openness to the world's pain. Both weapons or tools are necessary to the Shambhala warrior. And this version, look at my surf sticker, sorry. I'm not promoting Ranjan Surf Shop, it's just that we live close to it and we are surfers. So the thing that this version of the Shambhala warrior prophecy, the line that it leaves out, and this is one that I think you guys need just as much as I do, more than anything, is the remembrance that we cannot be afraid of other people's suffering. Okay, that will really tear us apart as light workers. So we can't, the way that we embody the Shambhala warrior is by not being afraid of other people's suffering. Okay, so we don't have any insignias. We're all over, and we're right in the land of the enemy, right? We are right in the middle. We're born into families. We are in a place in our lives where we see enemy around us with weapons, right? And we dismantle them with compassion and insight. And by not being afraid of their suffering, other people's suffering on earth. All right, guys, so that's a lot to take in today. So thank you so much for being here. My name is JG. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, make sure you like it. Or if you really, really like it, I would consider subscribing to the channel. It'd be awesome to have you here. I do tarot readings. I have another sister channel where I do all tarot readings to help you know who you are and understand with insight into your own knowledge, into your own gnosis, so you can begin creating life exactly as you want it to be. Okay? Thank you for being here. Much love and light. Bye for now.